guys, welcome back to VRB. Today we're looking at the Source Orb 4. So, as you can tell, the Source Orb 4 is a pen-style vaporizer. It comes in your traditional cylindrical pen battery. You can put it on the Source Volt 40-watt TC temperature control battery that comes in one of the kits, the signature kit, or even on your own batteries. These are some batteries known as mods for e-cigarettes. You can put the Source Orb 4 right on there. It's got a standard 510 threaded connection right there on the bottom. You can even see it says SV. Pretty classy stuff, guys. But we're not really getting the Source Orb 4 to talk about the 510 connector, are we? I think that the real talking point, the real shining star of the Source Orb 4 is this variable airflow system right here. 5 holes on either side. I've got them right there. Goes all the way through, so we've got 10 holes open right now. If you only have one open, then there's 2, one on either side. Half a hole is basically 1 hole open or none. And that controls how much fresh air comes into this chamber while you're taking your hit. And so that mixes in, it keeps your hit from getting too harsh, it keeps your hit from getting too hot perhaps. There's a lot of control you have here. And then you see me playing with this, just peeling it right off. That's the magnetic connection between the lid and the bottom half of this Source Orb 4. This is really the newest evolution. I like it. Part of the reason is that I can press and hold the button on this battery, for example, the temperature control one, get it to my desired temperature, and then once it's there, pop my dab in while it's warm, watch my dab start melting, and then just pop the top back on right there like that and start taking my hit. Taking a look at the atomizers that come with this kit, very different from the previous kits that I've reviewed, especially different from the Source Nail kits. The Source Nail had a lot of buckets, and this kit is a little lighter on them. There is absolutely a titanium bucket. There is a ceramic bucket. That's what you saw inside of this gold Source Orb. But included are 2 chambers, one ceramic and one quartz. And I say included, but it depends on which kit you buy. There's the smaller kit, just the Source Orb 4, which comes with the orb and 4 atomizers. There's 1 bucket and 3 coils, and that's $50. And then the second tier kit is the one that comes with this long battery, and that comes with 2 buckets, the ceramic one, the titanium one, and then you'll get a few coils, including these dark coils. I have them in my silver one or my chrome one. The dark ceramic coils, which is really porous ceramic, super porous, and it absorbs your oil really well. And then some standard double coils and even a single coil. The 2 additional coils in the signature kit, which is the one that comes with the temperature control battery, are donuts that are inside of a ceramic or a quartz chamber or bucket, but very different from the titanium and the ceramic buckets in the sense that the heater is inside the bucket, not on the outside. So the hottest part is still laying there inside the bucket. So this is really more of a donut atomizer than a bucket atomizer, this one right here. As far as the taste goes, like with any pen is as good as you use it. Any pen can give you great tasting hits, depending on if you feather the button, if you're just running it in straight wattage mode, or if you use the TC functions on the battery, or use one of the vaporizer, here we go, these mods. When I say vaporizer, what I mean is e-cigarette mods. They're useful for everything, but you put it on one of these. They also have a temperature control function. The reason I grabbed this really big one, I believe it's called the cuboid, 150 watt. 150 watts will absolutely kill one of these coils, by the way. Don't run it at full power. I have mine set to 14 watts, but it's at a temperature control setting where it gets my coils up to a certain temperature and then keeps them there as I hold the button. And because it has so much, juice and power, it just does a great overall job. Is it better than the Source Volt 40 watt? In a way, yes, because the batteries are removable and you have a lot more customization options. But can you get the same results from both? Pretty much. It might take a little bit more work with the Source Volt 40 watt, but the results will be the same. Great tasting oil. You just got to let the oil, make sure that the coils are not too hot when the oil touches them. That's what I have to say. When you want great tasting oil, you want to never over burn it or just burn it in general. That's the most important thing for great tasting hits. As far as the value with the kit, it's not too bad. For $50, you can get the whole thing. You get the top in black chrome, or gold, and 4 atomizers. Or you throw it a little bit extra, you get your $100 kit or your $200 kit, and you get a bunch more atomizers. And of course, this battery can be used with anything, the SourceVolt 40-watt TC. With the premium kit and the signature kit, you're gonna get a little silicone jar to hold your concentrate, a dabber, a charger, this one is for the stick battery, or a charging cable, and a charging block. The signature kit, which is the one that comes with the TC battery, also comes in a nice hard carrying case, and all the kits come with this little microfiber square that you can use to clean your dabber off and do all sorts of microfiber business. What I don't like about this kit, a very, very minor downside, but something I do find I have to complain about, is that when I run it over and over and over again, like I frequently do, and sometimes you're not supposed to with these batteries, but live a little, the top ring, this piece, gets hot, and the interior ring, which is the magnet, gets left on the bottom of the source orb. So when I pull this off, the magnet's no longer inside of here. There's no longer magnetic attraction. What I do in that case is I take the magnet off. Sometimes I have to use the little dabber that came with the source orb. And then I put it back into the top, and you gotta press it in tightly with your finger or with the table. You can just kind of push it down really hard. It's a friction fit. And when this gets hot, when the metal gets hot, it expands and it lets that magnet slide out. It's not optimal, but it's better than using chemicals and all sorts of glues that I don't necessarily want to also warm up. I mean, nothing on this outside gets hotter, too hot to touch, but it does get noticeably warm after running it over and over. And that's because there's a lot of metal parts really close to each other, and metal is a really good conductor of heat. My other complaint is that in some instances, when the top isn't as secure, like on this one right here, on my black chrome one, it seems very, very secure. I don't see it happening at all. But when the top isn't as secure, when you're turning the collar to adjust your airflow, sometimes the whole top spins in place because the magnet, there's no threads to attach it, and it just spins freely. Not something big to complain about, but it is something to take into consideration. The stick battery that the SourceVolt comes with in the premium kit does have a voltage selection dial on the bottom. It goes from 2.7 volts to 4.2 volts. So you can start off low and kind of work your way up until you find that optimal temperature. It's nice to have the option of choosing other voltages. And overall, depending on what you're looking to get done, there's value in every kit. If you have all the batteries you need, you have a bunch of mod batteries, or you even have the SourceVolt batteries from their other vaporizers, then the regular kit for $50 gets you everything you need to get going, and you can always buy the extra atomizers that you like directly off of their website without having to get this big variety pack. But for everybody else, there's the option of getting that temperature control battery, which is like the final frontier for portable vaping right now. That's where all of the best hits are. Or the stick battery with the variable temperature dial on the bottom, or voltage dial on the bottom, which is also not too hard to get great results with. As always, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy it, thumbs down. If you have any opinions on the Source Orb 4, you have one yourself, or you have some experience using it, let me know in the comments below. Or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. This has been King, Vapor Review Blog. Thanks for watching.